Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Moonlight Vlogs, or welcome if you're new. My name is Raven and this video is very unplanned, which is really scary for me. I've gotten very much in the habit of like writing out bullet points and knowing what to say next, but I wanted to be really candid. I wanted to be really vulnerable, and I wanted to make sure that I was like telling the whole story. That sounds like this video is so much more dramatic than it is. Nothing happened. This is not a story time, I don't think. I really wanted to make a video welcoming 2020 because I'm so freaking excited for this new year, this new decade, unless you're saying that the new decade doesn't start till 2021, whatever have you. It's a new year, and I feel like I almost always make a video for the new year, which I haven't always been super clear on why I was making the content. That just never led to me following through with like what I would say in the videos, which is, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I've learned that from that lesson. This last month has been really hard, and I have been vlogging a lot and pretty much only exclusively uploading vlogs, which was never the intention. I actually had video plans written up like back in August of these things that I was so excited to make and share with you, and everything I pick up is like making noise. I was really excited to make a bunch of videos for the holidays, to support small businesses, to like get ready for the holidays. I love this time of year, and I think that was part of what made going through depression like so hard. And there were like a few things leading up to it that just made it even worse. So if you don't follow me on social media, because I haven't really announced it on YouTube yet, and I don't think I did a very good job of announcing it on social media, to be quite frank. I closed down my Etsy, and I have been planning to make a video on that, and I will, because it wasn't for anything. It wasn't because Etsy had done anything, and it was solely for my own mental health. And I decided to sort of change my lifestyle up, and I've been really excited. Then I got really depressed, and it was just, I don't want to sound over dramatic about it, but like at the same time I also don't want to talk down, like I don't want to make it seem like it was less than it was. I don't want to diminish how much it affected me, because I feel like it's affected my ability to follow through with everything. I wasn't myself for almost an entire month, and I know that like depressive episodes can last longer than that, and I know I've gone through depressive episodes before in my life. I do have depression. I was diagnosed when I was 13, and this was different because almost every time I've had a depressive episode, I've had something that I thought I could blame it on. I had a really crappy job that I hated and made me miserable. I had really toxic friends. I hated my home life. Like there was always like something that I could be like, well, of course I'm depressed, like look what I'm going through. And there were a few times where I was like, well, of course I'm depressed, I just closed down my business, like how could I not be? But it was like, I didn't close down my business, I just closed a platform. So that didn't make sense. But then I was too depressed to work on my business. Basically what was happening was I felt like I was in like the upside down. I was in the underworld. I was in, I keep wanting to say polio. That's not the word. Purgatory. I wasn't in hell, just didn't feel like I was on earth either, and everything felt like it'd been bleached out. I genuinely was struggling to get out of bed every day. It was to the point that I wasn't out of bed every morning. I would stay in bed till mid-afternoon, and I would get out of bed. I would do basically nothing other than keep my necessities going. Like I said, I was vlogging it, but I tried to be open about the fact that I wasn't in a good place in the vlogs, but while also making sure that the vlogs were focused towards like giving you guys something comforting to watch. So I was doing things, but I wasn't doing things that I needed to get done, if that makes sense. And I wasn't enjoying almost anything. I was like trying so hard to find something that would make me excited, even if it wasn't work related, even if it wasn't YouTube related, even if it wasn't craft related, just something that would make the day a little more easy. And it was pretty much always my fiance coming home that would do that for me. There were several nights and there were several days, and I'm not going to tally it up because you don't want to keep track of that thing. But there were several times where I was like, I don't know why I'm trying to exist. There were a lot of times a lot of times where I felt like I didn't deserve to exist, like I didn't deserve to be taking up space in this universe. And then there were a lot of times where I just didn't care about being alive. And I am so sorry if that was hard to hear. I kept wanting to be more open about it because that's something that I do think needs to be talked about. But I also really didn't want to make my problem someone else's. Like, I have a close knit group of people that I can like talk to, and I can be really open with them. And every time I like would just tell them how I was feeling, I felt so guilty for talking to them about this because it wasn't anything that they could help with. It's one thing when it's like something you can talk about, like venting just helps. You know, you had a bad day at work, so you can go home and talk to your person and just be like, work sucks. I didn't have that. And I also felt really undeserving of the life that I have because I finally have this life that I'm really excited about, and I'm not participating in it. I'm not like doing anything to deserve the life. I genuinely never thought that I would have this life that I have right now, and it's amazing and wonderful, and I'm so freaking grateful for this life. And I just genuinely felt like I didn't deserve to be depressed. Like, I had no right to be depressed. There was nothing wrong with my life, so why would I be depressed? And then also, like, if I'm depressed with this amazing life, do I even deserve this life? My brain was saying some very, very mean things, is like the general status. I deleted Facebook off of my phone, which is something that I'm really glad I did. And I tried to be really open with my community, at least telling them like, I'm really sorry, but like, I can't be here for you right now, and I hated doing that. I also don't want this video to just be me complaining at the camera, which it has been, but I also wanted to say that I'm okay right now, and I feel amazingly okay. I have never felt so happy to just feel okay in my life. I feel so okay. I feel so okay that it's amazing. And I'm so excited for 2020. I have a lot of content ideas. Last night I decided I was gonna start making bread making videos. I really want to get into vintage fashion, so I want to like take you guys along with me, because I feel like for the almost 25 years that I've had this meat suit, I haven't decorated it the way that I've really wanted to, out of being afraid of being too feminine, out of being afraid of not being accepted for my femininity by like family members. And I'm really grateful for the life that I have, and I'm so excited to go into 2020. I wanted to talk to you guys about my word of 2020. I've never had a word of the year. I've tried to make resolutions. Oh my goodness, I think after school traffic is, no wait, they're not in school. Rewind. I have tried to do New Year's resolutions multiple times on this channel, and none of them have stuck. And I've always like started the video off with like, I'm not a New Year's resolution person, which like no one is. Maybe not no one, but like not a lot of people are. I have never come up with like a word for 2020 or a word for the new year, because I've never felt like one that mattered. And I always felt like if you have a word for the new year, then like it has to be some beautiful, super sophisticated word. And then it just sort of hit me. I'm like, well, this small thing that like made me start to feel alive again, this small thing like feels like something I could center a whole year on, or like a lifestyle on. So I'm really excited. And if you're wondering what the word is, because like I very much didn't mention it and I should have, my word for 2020 is homemade. I was also thinking of like hearth and home. If you are into Greek mythology, the goddess Hestia has been like a really big inspiration for me, and I was playing around with the idea of doing like a big video full of research and knowledge and like, this is why it's so amazing that this is my word. But like in the end, I didn't do that. I could still do that. I'm not outlawing the idea of doing that video because like I thought it'd be pretty. But one of the things that sort of like helped me get back to feeling okay again was making bread, which sounds so silly, but at the same time, it's so not silly if it actually helps. And I really think that's what I want to start making more content about, because like, I don't think it's gonna benefit everybody, but I don't think I can make videos that will benefit everybody. But there are people like me, and I'm almost positive of this. There are people like me who need to experience simplicity, and they need to feel grounded and cozy, and you know, I started that pathway with like making cozy vlogs that were really devoted to like sharing cozy moments, because I'm already a crafty person and that's something that I really like about myself. I knit and I crochet and I love vlogging that, and I've like gotten really, I've had a lot of fun setting up the camera to vlog where like in random places like my front yard. I'm realizing how much I like that about myself, and I really want to like share more of that, and I wanted to get more into like that kind of lifestyle where like we're now making bread every week, which means the house smells like bread so often. I made a loaf yesterday and I meant to vlog it and I didn't. This wasn't really meant to be a life update. It wasn't meant to be an excuse for why I haven't been making the content that I've been wanting. And I didn't make coffee, so I don't think this counts as a coffee talk. But I just really wanted to like tell you guys what has been going on behind the camera, because it's hard to balance telling the truth while also focusing on the positivity when you're making videos that are like there to be comforting. Because I personally love watching my own vlogs, which sounds so very egotistical, I know, but like it's really nice that I can look back on the vlogs even from the weeks where I wanted to not exist and see that like I still challenged myself to find something positive to share with you guys and to record for myself, and I can look back on it and be like, I remember making that. Yeah, I remember doing that. I remember spending time with those people, and I'm really glad I spent time with those people. I don't know if this video is helpful to anyone. I don't know if me just rambling at the camera is useful, but I really hope that if you're going through something similar to like what I went through, that you know you're not alone. And I know how loud those voices can be, those thoughts can be, where you feel like you are alone and like you don't matter, but I promise you, you're not alone. You matter so much. You can get through this. I know it's really hard. Please reach out for help if you need help. I hope that you are excited for something in 2020, or that you can find something to be excited for. You do deserve to be excited for things, and you're not a bad person for wanting to be comfortable and happy. There are so many things I want to say to someone going through a bad spot like that, and I think I will probably end up crying if I keep going. I hope you're having a fantastic day. If today was not awesome for you, I hope that tomorrow is awesome for you. If you are in a good place, please leave some like encouraging comments in the comments below for anyone who's not in a good place. If you're not in a good place and you want to be open about it, please feel free to. I completely understand if you don't want to be open about it. This stuff is hard, and you're not weak because you're going through something hard. You're going through something legitimately hard, and that is so hard. When something is in your head, it's hard to fight. I don't know of a good way to close this video, but I hope that you guys hang out with me in 2020. If the things I mentioned, the whole bread making and simplicity and cozy vlogs sound good to you, please hit subscribe. This was an awkward video, but I'm really happy that I showed up for you guys today. I hope that 2020 is fucking awesome for you guys. Don't forget to find the magic in the small things. Bye.